Back in Jeddah, WWE was determined to make this a huge year for the pay-per-views. They've traveled to France, Australia, Saudi Arabia, and there's still a couple of places left for the year. It's been a crazy one for WWE. TKO has taken over and decided to go international, which I think is a great thing because of the fact that there's a lot of markets that are hungry, that are eager to watch the shows, and in turn it makes the reactions from them even better. So, it's interesting. This formula has worked very well for UFC in the past. It's gone well for them. So WWE doing it, it's obviously going to probably have a similar result. So with that said, let's get into it. Before the show began, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair beat Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae in a tag team match. This is actually a decent match. It showed great athleticism from Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. I liked a lot of their spots, their tag team moves. It was pretty good. First match of the show was the Women's World Championship. Becky Lynch defended the title against Liv Morgan. This match was bound to happen. Becky won the title after Rhea was injured, and it made sense to give it to her because you don't want a fresh new champion winning the title in a battle royal. It kind of takes the shine off them in a way because it doesn't end in some singles match or triple threat match. Other than that, it was basically meant to be Liv Morgan. I think everyone knew she'd win the title, but it was about the story. They had a good match and put in a lot of work. I was very impressed, especially because they were wearing different attires. You know, they're not used to it, wrestling like that. I thought Becky was wearing an entrance attire for a moment, but it was her actual attire for the match. Becky is one of the best opponents for Liv. They showed that about 2 years ago, I recall, in a main event match on Raw, I remember correctly. They bring out the very best in each other. Great spots, great sequences throughout this one, and I actually thought they overachieved. Not based on their talent, but because I didn't expect much for this one. Dom interfered near the end and messed up, leading to Liv taking advantage and winning the title. He was upset he helped Liv, and Becky, she was even more angry than he was. They've been teasing between the two for a bit now, and it's going to happen soon. Leading to Rhea's return, it's bound to happen. Very good match. I don't think it should be overlooked because it was that good. It's just the card had a couple of good matches, especially near the end, the last two. But this one was very nice. And as I said, I didn't have much expectations for it because, oh, this match is going to happen. Oh, it might be decent, whatever. But it was very good. You know, I should have expected more from it. And it turned out to be that. It was very good. And the next match is a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn defended the title against Bronson Reed and Chad Gable. Zayn made his return to the Middle East. He received the warmest welcome from the fans and one of the best reactions from the entire show. Similar to the last match, this was good. Gable is now a heel. He's found himself doing very decently, I'd say. He's almost better off as a face, but we gotta give this run the benefit of the doubt. I liked it because it flowed well and each guy looked very good out there. Chad Gable is once again one of the most talented wrestlers. He was amazing. That German suplex spot is repeated, but it was pretty good once again. I like seeing it. They advanced the Otis and Gable story with him being berated and bullied. He accidentally knocked down Gable, leading to Zayn retaining the title. I personally prefer he managed to turn them heel and convince them that his mentality is the way, but it is what it is. Zayn retains and he's off to another challenger. Who could it be? There's a couple of guys on there. Jey Uso, Ricochet. There's a couple of guys on the roster we could see face Zayn, so we'll see. And the next match is the finals in the Women's Queen of the Ring tournament. Nia Jax faced Lyra Valkyria. This is a very simple match. Lyra was trying to knock down this big tree. Nia was dominant throughout the match, giving her a tough challenge. It felt like whatever she threw at Nia Jax, it wasn't enough. And she's had a great year so far because of how much she's improved. I find it kind of crazy because this is Nia Jax. We all know who she is. She really turned things around and almost never disappoints. It's funny. Her return wasn't loved by many, including me at the time, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. You guys go check the old videos. Why did I like it? Because of the reputation she had in the ring. I'm glad to see that's changed. It was a decent match that made Lyra look like a huge underdog, but she was no match for Nia Jax, who was crowned Queen of the Ring. Decent stuff. It's not an amazing match or whatnot, but it highlighted both women's strengths, especially Lyra. She's probably going to have a great run on Raw. She's this like little underdog, scrappy underdog that fights from under, and things look good for her even though she lost in the final. The next match is the finals in the King of the Ring tournament. Gunther faced Randy Orton. This is a very interesting match. I didn't really think we'd see it, nor did I even consider the possibility of Randy Orton facing the ring general. They were separated and far away from each other. Orton heading into this one was ready to prove he can hang with the young guys, and Orton sees things a little different recently and feels he still has a lot to offer. This is a great match. Why? They took things slow and had Gunther methodically go after Orton's back and leg. He went to work and made Orton's comeback seem like an uphill battle that was almost impossible. Gunther showed his experience and consistency in storyline, whereas Orton excelled selling once again. This is something Orton's always been good at, but ever since his return, he's turned it up another level, and he's one of the best sellers on the entire roster at the moment. The match picked up, leading to Orton hitting 2 RKOs, but they weren't enough, and the work Gunther had done on the knee and back caught up to him, leading to a controversial finish with Gunther scoring the win to become King of the Ring. This was expected by most people. I guessed Randy Orton was the winner here. It wasn't to be. It just felt like it was destined to be Gunther. It just made so much sense. And I don't know about the general opinion, but personally, I'm kind of glad he didn't put on the crown. I think it would have looked a little goofy. Glad he held it like it was a title and whatnot, like an accomplishment. But it was well deserved. The question now is, will Gunther face Cody Rhodes or will he face Damian Priest? I believe he's going to face the Raw World Champion. It was probably Drew McIntyre at the time, we'll see. But The controversial finish makes it seem like the match is going to happen soon, which was eventually confirmed by Triple H after the match, so it makes sense. But yeah, this was amazing. The reason why I like this match is because it was a classic. Orton came in with his experience. Gunther knew the objective here, which is to wrestle with Randy Orton and Randy Orton's style of match, you know, the slow pace, the targeting and whatnot. And because of that, it turned out to be the best match on the show, in my personal opinion. And the main event, Cody Rhodes defends the WWE Championship against Logan Paul. This one came from out of nowhere. I thought that Logan Paul was going to challenge for the title eventually because it's an easy challenge. You know, they could put it on a pay-per-view, but they decided to do it here. I think Logan Paul can hang with the best of them, and he's shown that over the last year and a half. I thought that he would face him at SummerSlam or something because it's in Ohio, but that's too much, you know? Like SummerSlam, I don't think Logan Paul should challenge for the world title on the show. It should be someone who's much bigger. Cody should face someone else much higher on the card at the show. With that said, it was initially supposed to be for both of their titles, but Logan Paul refused to have it that way and opted to sign for a match without using the brass knuckles. That was the agreement. This was very good. I liked it a lot because even though they had that main event style, they also went in a bit of a different direction to show Logan Paul's strengths. Cody was a heroic champion, whereas Logan Paul was doing anything he could to find a shortcut to the title. He broke the rules, brought in brass knuckles even though he promised not to, and there was this amazing moment with the camera where he hit a frog splash through the announce table. That was a standout moment. Why? The camera angle, they were spinning it around. They made him seem like the biggest star in the world. Cody out here hitting a vertebreaker, amazing move. It was cool. Cody, though, managed to bounce back, hitting a vertebreaker, amazing move. Ibrahim Al-Hajjaj got involved in the match at one point. He hits the crossroads, 1, 2, 3, retains the title. Great match. This would be match of the night on any other night, but that last match, the finals in the Men's King of the Ring tournament, that's the one for me. Cody Rhodes retains the title here and looked like the perfect babyface. He looked like the perfect babyface because of how detestable and how great of a heel Logan Paul was during this match. It worked out very well. At the moment, he's doing very well. He's having these great matches, which is something I hope he continues to maintain, because if he does, this is going to be one memorable title reign. I think it's already memorable just based on the fact that he beat Roman Reigns, that they booked him to beat Roman Reigns for that title. But if he continues having these great matches with the likes of AJ Styles, Logan Paul, eventually Randy Orton, hopefully, yeah, this is going to be a memorable title reign. So yeah. Alright, that's King and Queen of the Ring. I don't think it's as good as Backlash, but there was a lot of highs here. The opener was very good. Triple Threat was good. Well, actually, there was not a single bad match on here. I'm not even going to say there was a single bad match on here. It's just, what's it called? The show's casual. Next pay-per-view is Clash at the Castle, followed by Money in the Bank, so things look good. You know, the build to SummerSlam is going to involve the likes of Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, CM Punk is going to return. It's going to be an exciting summer, so there's that. But this pay-per-view was decent. Well, actually, it was good. I'd say it was good because of the fact that there wasn't a disappointing match on here, and the matches we all expected to deliver did just that. They delivered. So yeah. Alright, what you guys think of King and Queen of the Ring? Please comment down below, and that's it for this video. Make sure you hit the RQ on the like button and perhaps the crossroads on the subscribe button. Peace. I'm out.